up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the Rain City Throws Gamer. This was sent to me by Jeremy over at Return Top Shop. Jeremy, Mr. Yo-Yo Thrower. So thank you, Jeremy. Much appreciated. I reviewed the... I bought and reviewed the last Rain City Throw, their first release, the Hipster High Life, which I liked very much. Go ahead and watch that review, and I did an unboxing and everything for that. Really fun yo-yo, really cool yo-yo. But this is Rain City Throw's second release. This is the Gamer. So I did not pay for this. Jeremy sent me this. So take that as what it will, for what you will. Just gonna be open about that. But Jeremy sent me a little note here. Figured I would read it. Thanks so much for taking time to review The Gamer by Rain City Skills. What's in the package is exactly what customers will get in retail stores, although anything shipping from Return Top Shop comes with extras. As I showed you in my unboxing video, you get lots of cool stuff if you buy something from Return Top Shop. This throw is a bit of a passion piece. There's a story up on the blog about it at Return Top Shop. It was designed to spread the love of yo-yoing to beginners and perhaps inspire people to try something a little different. Jeremy tried to make sure that the retail run would have everything you need to enjoy this Return Top, and he said let him know if I had any questions, which I do not. So this is the Gamer. Comes with a really cool package, actually. Comes with comes in a little bag. My buddy Dylan Kowalski actually did a whole unboxing and review. My review is going to be a little bit different than Dylan's because I've had this open and I've been playing with it a couple of days. Instead of it being sort of first impressions, I've kind of put it through its paces, both responsive and unresponsive. So, but watch Dylan's review as well because it's really good. I'll link that as well. It'll come across the top. Shout out to Dylan. He's the dude. He's my dude. Comes in this cool bag, and within the bag is this cool, it's like a headphone pouch, sort of. And you also get the Snake Bite Venom Thick Lube, which is cool. I think they sell this at Yo-Yo Sam. Yo-Yo Sam will be one of the retailers of the Gamer. Additionally, you also get, and it kind of comes in the little package here. See, very cool. It's like a headphone package, but the Gamer actually fits in there perfectly. If you don't pack all the other stuff in there. The Gamer fits in there great. But what you get in it is a bunch of things that are very cool. You get Lego pieces for finger spins that you can fit into on the hubs. So just like the Hipster High Life, the hubs fit Lego pieces. Very cool. You get a Magic Yo-Yo bearing removal tool. Very cool. You also get extra pads for the yo-yo. And I checked. These pads will also fit in your... these pads also fit in CLYW throws. They're basically the same size, more or less, as the snow tires. So a little bit thicker, a little bit thicker of a pad, just like the snow tire. But these will actually fit snow tires, and you get 2 extra sets in addition to the ones that come in the yo-yo. So you get lots of pads. So you get the extra pads, and you get the extra bearing. So I've got the slim bearing in there right now, but it also comes with a concave full-size C bearing as well to make it responsive or unresponsive. So I've got it set up as responsive right now, as you saw in the intro, throwing it responsive. But we will, before I throw it around, I'll take the slim bearing out and throw it unresponsive as well. Lego pieces are very cool. I like the Lego pieces a lot. I think it adds a cool touch to the yo-yo. Do something a little different because specs, I'll compare it. Here it is. Here's the Deep State by One Drop. Very similar in size. It's a little wider than the Deep State and a little bigger overall than the Deep State. The weight on this is about 66 grams, though. The Deep State's only about 52 or 53. So this is a lot heavier of a yo-yo, and it's got a lot of rim weight. As you can see, kind of the Deep State's just sort of like, it's all about the same amount of thickness the whole way through. Like, it's got rims to give it a little bit extra rim weight stability, but it's not a whole lot of rim weight. This kind of has big, thick, beefy rims with like a thumb grind lip on it, a really big thumb grind lip on it. So just in the hand, you're going to feel this being about as heavy as a regular unresponsive yo-yo. So for responsive stuff, particularly like stalls and things like that, it's kind of got a lot of weight and power behind it. So don't throw it very hard if you're looking to stall. Like I always tell people, don't throw stalls very hard anyway. But this has got a lot of power, so to throw it easy and stall, it's very, very simple to do. It's very, very responsive. Like it's easily tug responsive. Like with the deep state, you have to really like want it to come back. With this, it's just, you know, a little flick of the wrist and it comes right back. That being said, totally, you know, landed on the string. It's not that so responsive that it's going to snag up on you if you're careful with it. You could totally do a couple of string tricks with it. Responsive. And responsive is probably the way I'm going to leave it, because I've got a lot of unresponsive throws. So I'll probably just leave it responsive for the most part. But for the review, we'll do it as we'll throw it around unresponsive as well. So I'll show you how that goes as well. It's really smooth responsive. If you don't get any string drag on the pads here, as you can see, the pads look pretty much exactly like snow tires. They're a little bit thicker, and I kind of put the pads over my. I one-to-one it over one of my CLYW throws, and it would definitely fit. It would definitely fit over that. So the extra ones would even work as snow tires if you need an extra snow tire. I did not need an extra snow tire. I've never actually worn out a snow tire, which is kind of weird. But bearing tool. Oh, let's take this out. Oh no. Oh. Silver axle. Which is nice because I just dropped it, so when you drop the axle, you don't lose it. So that's nice. I like that. Seeing as how I just dropped it. Bearing removal tool works great. Pull the bearing. Stick in the unresponsive bearing. There we go. There we go. Spins okay. I think it looks kind of like one of those, kind of like one of the Magic Yo-Yo ones, just from first look. So there's that in there. Now the whole package is only $50. Now I got mine for free because Jeremy sent it to me for review, so thank you, Jeremy, again. But the whole package is only $50. You get a lot for $50. You get, you know, pads and Lego pieces and 2 bearings and a cool carrying case and a bearing removal tool and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's really, really a good value package overall. As you can see, it's still pretty slim, even with the full-size bearing in it. Oh, and it comes with the same type of artisanal string, I think that's what they called it in the Hipster High Life one, that matches the colors of the yo-yo. So, my color is called Samus, to mimic the, you know, what it looks like when Samus from Metroid is spinning. So, very cool color. I dig it. Splash is really good. Yeah. So, I got it all strung up, ready to play unresponsive. So, let's go throw it around a little bit, and I'll show you what it can do. Alright, guys. We are back with the Rain City Gamer. And, as you can see, fully unresponsive with the the wide bearing in there. Takes a bind return. Pretty slim, so it would be a slimline yo-yo. But pretty powerful. Pretty powerful spin because it's got pretty big rims, got a lot of rim weight. And I haven't played this unresponsive very much. Kind of hard to hit tricks, but it'll really hone in. Hone in all your tricks. And I'm having to be very, deliberate with what I'm doing. with a little practice and concentration, you'd be able to hit all your tricks. And even some of your old school ones as well. It's actually really stable for a slimline yo-yo. I mentioned there was a lot of rim weight on the rims here. And for a yo-yo this slim, it's actually really stable. I'm not saying it's like competition stable or anything like that, but for as slim as it is, like, it doesn't really turn on you much, and for as high as the walls are, it's really kind of a good stable yo-yo. I'm not having trouble keeping it on plane. I'm just having trouble hitting the gap, which is probably because it's a small gap. Oh, there we go. There we go. See, you just got to get used to it a little bit more. I haven't thrown it unresponsive much. As far as the finish is concerned, it's kind of shiny, but it's actually not bad for grinds. And it's stable enough that you actually would be able to grind with it, which is nice. So, pretty cool. Got a little snaggy there. Probably should have cleaned that bearing or lubed it before I put it back in, because it's just been sitting in that cloth pouch. Yeah. Finish is pretty nice, actually, for grinds. I didn't think it would be very good because it's shiny, but it's not bad, actually. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's just the shape or whatever, but it grinds pretty nice. As far as thumb grinds are concerned, totally doable. Very easy. I mean, it just locks in on your thumb. If you put the Lego pieces in, you could totally finger spin it. Dylan did that on his review. I'm not going to flail away at it on mine because I'm just not. But I dig it. It's very cool. I don't know of any other yo-yos that are this slim that are unresponsive and responsive. So I think this is sort of its own thing. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for beginners because it is kind of hard to hit the gap. But if this is something that you're into, if you're into responsive throws and you'd like to turn them unresponsive, this is really great for that. And probably the best part about it, totally just goes in your pocket, no problem. Like, super slim. So if you just want to carry a yo-yo around, I've been carrying this a lot lately because of how slim it is. Slide it in my pocket, go on about my day. Front pocket, back pocket. So, I mean, it's really, really cool in that regard. But let's go ahead and put it back on the desk. We'll do some pros and cons, and that'll be that. All right, guys, we are back on the desk with the Rain City Gamer. Let's do some pros and cons. I already took it apart, showed you the inside and everything. So, pros. Awesome package. Not that anybody should be surprised how awesome the package is, seeing as how it came from Return Top Shop, which always does awesome packaging. Well, it came from Jeremy at Return Top Shop, who owns Rain City, who always does awesome packaging. So the unpackaging and the unboxing experience is awesome. Nobody quite does it like Jeremy, Mr. Yo-Yo Thrower. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate his dedication to making sure when you open stuff that you get from him, it's kind of a fun experience. Two, price. I mean, for all the stuff you get for like $50, it's kind of crazy. Like, this is, I don't know how, like, what his overhead must be on this, but like, you get a lot of stuff here. I mean, Lego pieces and bearing tools and extra bearings and all that jazz. Yeah, great package for the price. So pretty awesome there. What else here? So the finish I kind of thought was not going to be good for grinds, but it actually is, which is really cool. It looks really great. Comes in, I think, 4 different cool splashes, and they all look good. There isn't a bad one. I didn't pick which one I wanted, but pretty much wouldn't have mattered because they're all good, and I like this one a lot. I don't have a lot of red throws, but this kind of Metroid or Iron Man or whatever colorway is really, really great. You get extra pads, which is amazing. I mean, that's part of the package, I guess, but just all the stuff it comes with is really cool, and you get a really fun yo-yo in the process. Now, as far as cons are concerned, if you're somebody who's looking to always push your tricks to the limit, you may not be interested in something like this because it's really not like, it's not a high performance yo-yo. It's sort of a like very niche thing. It's a passion piece. You have to really want to and really kind of be into responsive throws or slim yo-yos and kind of have that old school sort of like, oh, well, I remember back when I was a kid. This is very similar to like a Silver Bullet too. So, if you were really into yo-yos back in like the 90s or, late 90s, mid 90s or whatever, this is kind of going to really appeal to your sort of sense of nostalgia, but at the same time kind of add sort of a very modern flair to it. But if you've only ever been playing responsive yo-yos, this might not be your thing, or if you get this, you might be kind of like, oh, well, I don't know, it's kind of hard to hit my tricks, and it is, but I think there's a lot of benefits to having at least a couple yo-yos, a yo-yo like this to throw around every now and then, just to kind of hone in your skills a little bit and maybe like just do something different. So, like I said, I didn't pay for this. This was sent to me, so you could take my review of it as you want. He's just being, you could say I'm being biased or whatever. Honestly, I think it plays pretty good for the size that I think it plays really well for the size that it is, and I think it's a really fun yo-yo to have. It's not necessarily the yo-yo I'd go to learn new tricks or anything like that, but it's definitely the yo-yo that I would slide in my pocket to go wander around and throw a little bit. And I didn't realize I didn't show you guys. Here it is spinning. It's pretty freaking smooth. I'd say like 9 out of 10. And the fact that I, opened it up, pull bearings out, didn't tune it, dropped the axle, all that jazz. 9.5 out of 10, which for a yo-yo like this is sort of crazy. So very smooth yo-yo as well. Just a really quality piece, and it's a quality passion piece. You can tell a lot of time, effort, and love went into this yo-yo, and that's how it plays. It plays like something that somebody cared a lot about, and came out as a pretty cool product, in my opinion. So, if you might be interested in the Rain City Throws Gamer, I've got all the additional specs and stuff in the description. Like I said, the only con that I can think of is that responsive, it's a little bit heavy. So it's kind of got a lot of power, which is what you want for, playing unresponsive. So it's great for that. But as far as responsive is concerned, it's a little heavy. So be careful, because if it busts your knuckles, 66.5 grams into your knuckles is not going to feel good. Not that like 50 grams into your knuckles feels good, but that extra 10 grams is, or that extra 10 or 16 grams is really, it really packs a punch. So, be careful if you're going to be doing stalls with this. Don't throw so hard. I know we say throw hard all the time, but don't throw this so hard if you want to do stalls. You'll regret it. Promise. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much, Jeremy, over at Return Top Shop. Sorry this was a long one, guys, but there was so much in this package. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.